I want to tell you a story about FreshBooks. I really want to dig deeper into the features, the pros and cons, all the capabilities that FreshBooks has into this conversation. So here's an overview I want you to really pay attention to. So if you run a small business or you have, let's say, a freelance business, you likely have to deal with multiple clients, payment deadlines, invoices, and more, right? So there's always something else to remember. So what we love about FreshBooks is that FreshBooks gives you the capability. It's basically an accounting software tool designed for solo business owners, freelancers, and sole proprietors. So if you are in that category, you will love FreshBooks. And we'll love the fact that FreshBooks makes it very easy to stay organized, keep track of payments owed and expenses made, send invoices, and accept payments. So while there are many accounting software options out there in terms of solopreneurs, small business, and I would say freelancers in general, we think FreshBooks does a lot of that really fits the bill when it comes to efficiency and operational effectiveness. So FreshBooks, in our view, is particularly well suited for smaller businesses and companies with one main owner and an operator. So we're talking about single member LLCs, single member S corporations. Okay, we're speaking about solopreneurs, we're speaking about contractors, and so on and so forth. And we love the fact that FreshBooks offers well-rounded, intuitive double entry accounting with the tools that a very small business owner needs. So this is great. We also love the user experience. Fantastic. And in terms of pricing, it's pretty decent too. You're talking about $15 to $25. Sometimes they charge you more depending on the configuration you have, but overall, it's pretty straightforward. So you have double entry, you have all major accounts receivable, accounts payable forms, and you also have mobile accessibility. So that's just fantastic. There is an app for it. There's an app, there's a FreshBooks apps. So this is really good. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here to have a quick convo with you about FreshBooks. And one thing I want to say here is that we love the fact that FreshBooks is keeping things very simple for freelancers, for solopreneurs. So you don't have to have a PhD in accounting. You don't have to be a CPA. You don't have to have any idea about accounting in general because FreshBooks does the job really, really well. So we love that. We love the fact that FreshBooks is making things very simple for our users. And FreshBooks, in that sense, is kind of similar to Wave or Xero or even Zoho Books. I want to talk to you about the pros and cons. So when we talk about FreshBooks and we look at FreshBooks from the perspective of a user, what are the pros and cons here? So let's first talk about the positives, the pros. FreshBooks is very intuitive and easy to use, that's for sure. I mean, UX, UI, fantastic. Okay, you have affordable prices at a lower tier. You have double entry accounting that reports, you have a lot of granular reports. I'm talking about balance sheets, income statements, cash flow statements, and owner's equity statements. And FreshBooks provides easy to use accounting software for freelancers, solopreneurs, and small business owners. So that particular market is really well served. And you have a very delightful user experience. I said this before, UX is just excellent. And in terms of what we love also is that on the dashboard, when you log into your FreshBooks, on the dashboard, you see context sensitive settings. So you can actually set things the way you want. You have team collaboration and time tracking tools. This is really good also. You have inventory tracking, although inventory tracking is not as robust as with other tools. But hey, listen, it is still something. And you also have automatic mileage tracking on mobile apps. So this is really, really good. So you have a varied constellation of features. And one thing I want to say about the inventory thing is that FreshBooks is not really made for inventory tracking, but it does offer some capabilities, some modules in that department, but it's not really for inventory. So if you have a retail, let's say you have a retail operation and you want to really track your inventory, FreshBooks is not the right tool for you. I want to talk about the cons. So I spoke about the pros. Now let's talk about the negatives or the things they can improve. So it's not tailored for larger businesses or mid-sized businesses. And you have extra cost per month to add an additional team member and fewer customization options than other software and some dashboards deficits. So there are things that FreshBooks needs to fix. And in terms of invoice customization, they actually have to do more. I mean, it's kind of limited. It's really sort of basic, okay? We've seen better. I mean, for instance, if you were to compare the kind of invoicing pattern you have in FreshBooks versus what you have in Zoho Books, for example, or what you have in Square, you see a difference. Okay, and in terms of onboarding, they really don't help you that much. I mean, so FreshBooks, if you're hearing this, you really need to do a better job at helping, helping onboard new users. Okay, right now you've been, going AWOL on that department in that field. It's not really good. Let us have a conversation about the features. So when you think about FreshBooks, we're thinking about the features, you think about what's really happening there. What can we say? No, first, I want to say one thing is that FreshBooks is great when it comes to double entry accounting, which is really great because it is compliant with US GAAP. So US GAAP, US generally accepted accounting principles. Okay, so double entry accounting is how things are supposed to happen, and so double entry accounting. So you also have accrual accounting in FreshBooks. This is kind of cool. So you are able to actually communicate with your accountants, with your bookkeepers, not a problem. Even with your CPA, not a problem. Okay. And specifically, FreshBooks has a chart of accounts and general ledger. So this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that you can make modifications to this chart of accounts. It's nothing static. Depending on your industry, you might add or delete some accounts in that chart of accounts. So you have total flexibility here. And you have very FreshBooks is kind of cool and very solid in terms of bank reconciliations. You have all the standard financial reports that I just listed. You have trial balance, you have cash flow statement, you have income statement, you have a balance sheet. So you have the whole 9 yards, so to speak. And what's really special about FreshBooks is that FreshBooks has the simplest, most intuitive, most attractive interface of all the small business accounting services that we reviewed, and so which makes a complicated process like accounting less complicated. So navigation tools are top notch, really. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. And so to get started with FreshBooks is very simple. You just sign up and you just provide basic information, and FreshBooks will actually let you know the next steps. Now they're not going to help you in terms of onboarding. That's the pity. But hey, listen, you can still navigate without much help. Okay, the look and feel of the dashboard, fantastic. Okay, look and feel is great. When you log in, you see all the important reports, all the important numbers right off the bat. You can see it in your dashboard space. We love the ability for you to actually centralize the decision making. Okay, and we also love the navigation tools, the panel, all those things are really great, very sleek. And you can set up connections to bank account through FreshBooks. It's very simple, so you can actually take care of credit card payments, credit card transfers, ACH, wire transfers, and so on and so forth. You can create invoices through FreshBooks. This is really cool. And as I've said before, the only thing is the invoicing is really straightforward, but not as I would say not as it is straightforward, but you don't have the same thing with inventory. And I also want to talk to you about the fact that you can create client records in FreshBooks. This is really good. I mean, you are able to, so FreshBooks is now your typical CRM tool, client relationship management tool, but it does a lot. It does a lot when it comes to helping you add clients. Okay, enter clients, the name, client's name, contact information, and everything you have on hand. So you can create invoices. You can actually take care of accounts receivable, if any. You can track expenses in FreshBooks, not a problem. And the whole process for tracking expenses is very simple, also very straightforward. What I'm trying to say here is that, the theme I'm trying to develop around FreshBooks is that you have simplicity. You have operational scalability. In other words, you can hire more staff to actually do your accounting, and everything will be fine. Just remember, though, that when we talk about FreshBooks, we're not speaking about a large or mid-sized enterprise. We're speaking about small business. We're speaking about a solopreneur. We're speaking about a single-member LLC. Okay, so again, as long as you have staffed under 10, 15, or 20 folks in your accounting or just in your company in general, you will love FreshBooks. And so you can track expenses, not a problem. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a granular FreshBooks review, so you have a clear idea about the tool. You know exactly what the tool is all about before making a decision about go or no go. And you also have a bills, payroll management, and time tracking, or some they're not really 100% available in FreshBooks. For example, you have FreshBooks Lite that does not offer bill tracking and management, but you can get it with the premium version. Wave does offer bill tracking, for example. So what I'm trying to say here is that depending on let's say on the plan that you have, you might have some features and not have some and not have others. I will speak about the pricing later on, but it's really important to understand that with FreshBooks, you in our view, FreshBooks is the only accounting application designed for very small businesses. Okay, and and the tool makes the accounting process, the financial reporting process, very straightforward. And with FreshBooks, you also have very simple project management tools. You're not going to have the same functionalities you have with Zoho, for example, or Monday.com, but you do have some basic project management functionality. So if that's what you want, you will really love FreshBooks. We also love the fact that FreshBooks does have mobile apps, very popular and very great mobile apps, both in iOS and also in Android. So there's no problem there. So let's talk about the pricing. So pricing is really important. A lot of folks or people are asking questions about pricing. So FreshBooks is a paid service, and so they operate with a subscription model. So the lowest price tier costs about $15 to $20 a month after a 4-month introductory payment of $6 per month, but it is limited to 5 billable clients. And alternatively, other online accounting systems offer a free version that may be worth checking out for situations where you don't need more than the ability to create and send invoices and accept payments. Okay, for example, you have a Zoho. So Zoho Books, for instance, is relatively free up to a certain level. So this could be a possibility. You have Wave that is totally free. I mean, Wave doesn't charge for accounting or invoicing. Wave charges you for payments and payroll. Okay, so if you don't need, let's say if you don't need payment or it's only you working in your company, then you don't have to worry about payroll. So you can actually go for Wave. Okay, so how much does FreshBooks really cost? So FreshBooks actually offers 4 plans. You can see on the screen here. So you have the Light plan, the Plus plan, the Premium plan, and the Select. Now for Select, you need to contact the company and they'll actually work out a custom package for you, okay? And you get a slightly better deal if you pay annually. So, and you have a 30-day free trial that lets you you can try out any plan type with no banking details required. So we actually tested all 4. Actually, as a matter of fact, we have clients right now who actually are on all 4. So we know exactly, we tested all 4. All I want to say here is that the Light plan is ideal for very small entry-level businesses. Even individuals with only a side gig or 2 who need to track income and expenses can really take care of it. It can really use the Light plan. Other versions offer more advanced features and could go head-to-head with accounting services that cater to small and medium-sized businesses. But in terms of usability and simplicity, really, FreshBooks is good, and you want to go with the Light plan, okay? And so you are able to, so if you go with, so the bottom line here is that if you have, like the plans you have, the only difference is in terms of features, but also in the amount of clients you can build. Okay, so and you can also add features like standard financial reports, e-signatures, and proposals, and client retainers. So this is kind of cool. The Premium plan lets you send unlimited invoices to an unlimited number of clients. Additional features include vendor and bill management, a reporting tool called the Project Profitability, and customizable email signatures. So this is really what it is. Okay, and so, but overall, it's all about your needs. So and if you were to go with FreshBooks, please pay on an annual basis. You just you save a lot of cash. Okay, you save a lot of cash. So let's talk about the rivals here. So FreshBooks is not the only accounting software in the industry. You have a lot of players in this industry, and so what I want to do here is I want to do a quick compare and contrast between FreshBooks, Intuit QuickBooks, and Square Invoices. Okay, and so when we talk about FreshBooks and when we talk about the free trial, all 3 of these software tools offer a free trial. Same thing, a 30-day free trial. So FreshBooks, QuickBooks, and Square Invoices. In terms of the free version, now FreshBooks does not have a free version, and neither does QuickBooks. But you do have a free version with Square Invoices. Do you have customizable features in FreshBooks? Yes, definitely. But QuickBooks has better customizable features, and Square Invoices is kind of decent too. You have something decent there. In terms of customer support, you have the whole 9 yards with FreshBooks. You have phone and email support, live chat, knowledge base, and help center. So they really run the whole gamut here. And in terms of QuickBooks, same thing. You have live chat, video tutorials, phone and email support. Same thing with Square Invoices. Now, one thing I want to say here is that, FreshBooks, Intuit, and Square Invoices all have a 30-day free trial. So if you're interested in trying either of those, please avail yourself of the 30-day free trial so you are sure what you're getting yourself into. Okay, you can try the features, you can try the functionalities, and you can see if you like it, if you don't like it. You can tweak things, you can ask questions. This is kind of cool. The only thing is, if you're looking for a more advanced customization set of features, you want to go with QuickBooks, because QuickBooks customization options are more elaborate than FreshBooks and Square Invoices, but are also designed for larger companies and businesses that need more, let's say, more flexibility in their accounting systems. Okay, and QuickBooks has the added advantage of being the platform most used by professional accountants, which means if you already hire or plan to hire an accountant or a CPA in the future, there is a better chance that he or she will understand the ins and outs of QuickBooks over another accounting software. But this is beside the point. Okay, one thing I also want to say real quick here is that Square Invoices is also a great fit for small businesses and solopreneurs, especially because it has a free option that allows you to use its basic functionalities, sending invoices and receiving payments without paying a monthly subscription fee. So you have the flexibility there, you have the operational efficiency there, you have also the scalability potential there. So what is the verdict? What is our verdict? So you've heard me talk for 15 minutes, and the question is, okay, what do I do from here? Is FreshBooks right for you or your business? Well, when you really think about it, just right off the bat, I want to say that FreshBooks, in our view, is a great recommendation. We do recommend FreshBooks. Now, with a few caveats, okay? I want to qualify what I just said. FreshBooks is a great option for you if you're a freelancer, a small business owner, or you are anyone who needs to send invoices and accept payments as part of a business. So if you are a larger team, on the other hand, or you want more customization options, or more than one person on the account, it may be worth considering another option like QuickBooks, or Wave, or Xero, or Zoho Books. Okay. So, but the thing is, when you think about FreshBooks, I just want to tell you that you do have a great customer, let's say a great accounting software tool that does way more than you need. Okay, and we love the fact that you have a user friendliness is great, UI is great, UX is great. The capabilities are really advanced. You have functionalities that you will need that will help you out. Just make sure that if you were to go with FreshBooks, you choose the right plan, because again, as I said before, there are 4 plans. And each plan has a level of customization or a level of billable contacts that you need to reach. Okay. Now, if you need more, you can also have a custom plan with FreshBooks. You reach out to them, they'll get back to you. They give you a custom quote, and you can negotiate with them. Okay. Everything is possible. So that's what we love. Now, the only thing is that if you were to, let's say, if you were to go for another accounting software, this is totally possible too. But FreshBooks is great if you want to save time and money, because as an accounting software tool, it can allow you to automate many of the tedious tasks associated with bookkeeping, such as invoicing, tracking payments, and preparing reports. Okay, your job is not to do accounting. Your job is not to actually control your books or monitor your books or make sure the books are correct. Your job is to run a business, but you just want to make sure that you understand if the business is profitable. You understand you get a better, let's say, better decision making metrics from your business, so you know if you are compliant. Also, you need to stay compliant with with taxes, with the IRS, with the state tax authorities, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is overall, go for FreshBooks if you are a freelancer, small business owner, or anyone who needs to send invoices and accept payments as part of a business, but who doesn't need, let's say, fully customizable options. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just quickly talking to you about FreshBooks, and I gave you the overview, the pros and cons, the features, the pricing, the rivals, and the verdict. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.